Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Bernie here along with Pete.
What's up, guys?
And today we're going to be talking about the MVP, Sixth Man of the Year, Coach of the Year, Defensive Player. We're just going to talk about the awards that are going to be handed out in the annual award show, which I still think is a terrible idea to have them after the playoffs and not before the playoffs. But that's neither here nor there. We're here to talk about that here on the chart. So let's get started with the first award, and that is, of course, Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year. So we're 3 games into this season. My clear person that I thought I was, if I got a vote for this, that I would have picked before the season, still the same, and it's Mike Budenholzer of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Okay.
I think they're going to get a lot of wins.
Right.
I'm thinking mid-50s somewhere, maybe a little lower, maybe like 53. But you're going to take a team with a possible MVP candidate who kind of underachieved slightly last year, just slightly, but they were so poorly coached for the entirety of the season and especially in the playoffs that you're going to see a really dramatic difference with this team, what they can do with the level of talent they have. And on top of that, Mike Budenholzer has taken the Atlanta Hawks to the playoffs, to the Western Conference, or to the Eastern Conference Finals before. It says a lot about how good of a coach he is, and how many, they got 5 All-Stars the one time.
Like 4?
I thought they got their whole starting lineup.
They might have. Was it Jeff T? Anyway.
Whatever the case is, he's a great coach. He's got incredible players on his team. Mike Budenholzer is my pick. With a runner-up, Nick Nurse. That's a joke. I don't think he's going to be anywhere in contention.
He might be.
He might be. It depends on how many wins.
Like, we're talking about the whole thing, but that's just another video for another day.
Another video.
My Coach of the Year candidate, of course, is going to be Brad Stevens. I think after getting shafted by the voters by not getting one from his own association, they're finally going to do the right thing. They're going to give him some votes, maybe give him this year the Coach of the Year honors because he's actually done a really good job. One of the best after timeouts specialists out there. But I think he just knows how to coach talent. Like, even if they're not the most talented players. I mean, the years where they had Fab Melo, Jared Sullinger, those type of players. Like where they've come from to now and how he's coached those guys. Yeah. He's gotten some people paid a lot. He's also gotten some people in other great situations. So, Brad Stevens, to me, Coach of the Year for this year.
I think Brad Stevens should have won last year, too. And I think, all in all, he's the best coach in the NBA, which I think it's kind of weird because he's never won, but it puts him almost in that LeBron category of like he should win every year, really, for the next 20 years, because I think he's worth probably 7 points a game.
Yeah.
But it's a good shout. He might get it just as hey, you should have won last year.
Like James Harden. Let's move on to the next award. Of course, that is the Sixth Man of the Year. This is the one where we honor the guy that comes off the bench first.
Yes.
Who do you think is going to win it this year?
So my pick kind of depends on how soon this guy gets back. But I'm going to pick Isaiah Thomas for the Denver Nuggets. He's still out, so I'm not too sure if this pick is going to make any sense 3 months from now if he's still not playing. But I think, let's say he comes back in 2 weeks and then plays throughout the rest of the season. I think he's going to be somewhere in the high teens, early 20s as far as how many points per game he's scoring with that offense. And he's just going to, he's in a great situation to be the Isaiah Thomas six-man god off the bench that he used to be.
Okay.
That's my guy.
I think what I'm going to go with, after seeing some positive signs, I know this wasn't the big talking point of many stories, but I think I'm going to go with Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo Ball. I like it.
6-man off the bench. This is also depending on whether or not he takes that starting role from Rondo. Obviously, he's going to now with the suspensions, but if he's going to be there for a little bit, then go back to the bench, I think he could be a really good player that comes off. I mean, he is a guy that has really improved his game a lot, even with the torn meniscus last summer. I know there was trade rumors about him just because, it's a headache to deal with his dad. It's a headache to deal with all, even though we haven't really heard from him that much lately. I'm still thinking there's something coming. That's maybe the reason why he's quiet.
LeBron got some people to take care of him.
Maybe. But I still think Lonzo Ball, like I said, could be that 6-man of the year. He's improved his three-point shot. He's a guy that I see could be on the floor with LeBron, with a guy like Josh Hart.
Mm-hmm.
To me, Lonzo Ball has improved enough to where I could see him as 6-man of the year, and I think he'll finally get that Jason Kidd numbers that we were looking for last season. But, advanced Jason Kidd, not rookie Jason Kidd, maybe a couple years into the league.
I like that. My other pick, I'm going to give you another pick just because Isaiah Thomas might not play. I think it could be JJ Redick.
JJ Redick.
I think so. And we've talked before how much I would like to see Markelle Fultz be their 6-man in Philly and keep JJ in the starting lineup. He really should be. But I don't think that's the way that the 76ers are going to play it. I think Markel's probably going to start for the rest of the season, especially because he looks all right. But I think JJ is going to be a great sixth man. He's going to put up his points. I think he could be honestly like the favorite to win.
Okay.